Welcome everyone to the World of Kayfabe podcast. I am your host, Nick. All with us. Oh, that's right. Dan the man is not here tonight. He is on a date with his wife for Valentine's Day. I did mine already. I'm sure Mr. Single Life over here had so many women, so many opportunities, but he's like, you know what? No, I'm not going to do that. I got better things to worry about. So with that being said, Mr. Stagger Lee Crocker, how are you doing tonight, man?
Well, I just want to announce I screwed up the intro, but yeah.
Oh boy.
We'll blame Dan. He screwed up the whole vibe of the show.
Of course. Tonight's episode is all about Dan. F you, Dan. F you. F you. But no, man. I did Valentine's. Technically, I did Valentine's with my girlfriend over the weekend, and that's pretty much it. I mean, we pretty much stayed with her parents, and we had her sister and brother-in-law came with their new baby, and whoo, he's starting to have some lungs on him now. He can scream, and it's man, it's fun.
I'll put some baby crying sound effects in the background to that way you're used to it.
I can hear it in my sleep now. I can hear it in my sleep. I told my girlfriend about that. I was like, yeah, I dreamed of his crying and haunt me throughout the night. I think he was actually going to do it. So, tonight's episode, we're not doing any reviews. We're just two guys talking about wrestling, talking about our opinions and our ideas of it. There is a lot of stuff that happened over the weekend. We're going to get to that. But let's send a nice little shout out to Nestle for tonight's episode. Nestle, we're not paid. We're just doing a little sponsor. Nestle water, good stuff. You know, can't be drinking like I want to drink because blood pressure, but who cares? Anyway, back to you, Crocker. Anyway, Crocker, where you at tonight, man? It looks like you in some type of metropolis over there.
Yeah, and WCW Monday Nitro is invading New York City.
You know, you saying that, I actually have a WCW lock screen on my watch here. I got me a brand new watch today. Finally came in. I ordered it last Thursday, and I waited until, I guess today it came in. So with that being said, I would like to officially show my brand new... Shut up, Siri. Shut up, Siri. Brand new watch right there. As you can see. There you go. The WCW Nitro. Back in the day.
That's cool.
Good stuff. So yeah, so we have a new champion. In NWA. The one, the only Mr. Matthew Cardona. A.K.A. Zack Ryder. A.K.A. whatever his name was. In ECW. Before Zack Ryder, that was... Maxium, Max brother. Well, he was part of the Max Brothers. Remember that shit?
Yeah.
Good stuff back in the day.
I don't remember it much, but I watched like shooting interviews after he got released and stuff.
Of course.
I didn't see much of that ECW stuff because I didn't really care for it. You know, the ECW reboot, to be clear. I didn't care for the ECW reboot.
Here's the thing.
I watched the start. I watched the start because I was really into CM Punk and I wanted to see him debut in ECW.
Of course. Yeah, CM Punk was one of the guys I wanted to look out and check out whenever ECW got rebooted. Now, I was 12. Yeah, 12 when all that happened. So I didn't really know anything about, wrestling at that time. Like, I'm thinking, like, okay, cool, we got guys like Hulk Hogan back or John Cena. Like, I was your typical casual fan. I didn't know anything about ECW. Now, mind you, I had watched some of the late ECW stuff back then. My mom would not let me watch ECW. Because obviously ECW, there was boobies, there was ass, there were guys power driving women through a ring, there were fire, barbed wire. I mean, you name it, ECW did it.
Yeah.
And my mom's like, no, we're not. You can do WCW, you can do WWF, but not ECW. Absolutely not. So yeah, I never really watched ECW up until about One Night Stand, 2005, and I'm like holy shit, like this, what the hell? This pay-per-view is so awesome and it's so legit. And if Dan was here tonight, we would have done a special after this podcast. We would have done a special of ECW's One Night Stand pay-per-view or ECW December to Dismember, whichever one you want to pick. We would have done that. But no, Dan, gotta be a little Mr. Oh, I gotta be super husband. I gotta take the wife out on a date. Whatever. Bon voyage. Anyway, but no, ECW for me, like, I heard so many good stuff about it, and so many wrestlers, like, obviously, RVD, New Jack, Sabu, Just Incredible, Tommy Dreamer, Lance Storm, Chris Jericho, Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero, Terry Funk. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. I mean, the Eliminators, like, dude, come on. That was a great effing tag team.
Yeah.
Like, come on. You can't get away from that. Like, now I love ECW. Like, I have the DVD stuff of, you know, Best of ECW Volume 1 and 2. We have the Best of ECW on our stuff. We're not going to mention the name, but, you know, if you know, you know. Anyway, that, you know, Mr. Crocker hooked me up with. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. So,
oh, yeah.
So I think, you know, back then, you know, my mom would let me watch WCW, WWF. That was one thing. But yeah, ECW, no.
Even though WWF did full boobs too at Armageddon '99, that wasn't with permission though from WWE. That
was like she really did that shit, and that was hilarious. And that was pay-per-view. Gotta love pay-per-view.
Yeah, and then they exposed Jackie at another pay-per-view in the UK, but yeah. Because I remember renting that on VHS, and all of a sudden, Miss Jackie's top rips off, and I'm like, what the hell?
Whoa! Where's the FCC when you need them? No, but, like, yeah, so fast forward 2006, and I just got back to watching wrestling. Like, Sting came back to TNA at that time, and I'm like, dude, Sting back in wrestling? Oh, I can't miss that. I gotta check that out. So obviously, then, like, was it June of 2006 when One Night Stand 2006 happened?
Yeah,
I think it was June.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I gotta see what this pay-per-view is all about, because clearly this pay-per-view is gonna be lit. And basically, you know, you had guys like RVD, you had Sabu, you had Ray. Well, he was already in WWE, but Rey Mysterio. I mean, you had that match, Sabu versus Rey Mysterio. That match was, oh my god, that was it's balanced out, but I think it was a crazy match.
And we would have had Terry Funk at One Night Stand, but he signed a whole deal with Hardcore Homecoming to be at Shane Douglas's reunion thing, and he didn't want to back out. And Hardcore Homecoming wasn't the greatest. That was more shot like 3PW shows, like the indie shows back in the day of them trying to reboot ECW, but it wasn't that great.
And there's so many companies that were trying to be like ECW. I think right now the best company that's doing well and trying to be like ECW and actually doing it the right way, and that's GCW. I mean, yeah, and that's another thing I want to address. I mean, yeah, the commentary now, I mean, we can do commentary for GCW. You know what I mean? I'm not saying the GCW announcers are bad. They're not bad. They're awesome. They're great at what they do. I'm just saying, you know, with the language, you know what I mean? Like, it's 2022. We're not gonna be this bubblegum BS. Oh, look at him. He hit him in the effing face. Like, it's pay-per-view. It's pay-per-view. I don't know. I'm getting ahead of myself. But anyway, I don't want to. That was a little bit of Nick for thought. Food for the brain. Anyway, no. Getting back to ECW. So obviously with ECW, I was very intrigued on this, and ECW was coming back to Sci-Fi, and I'm like, whoa, ECW is actually going on TV. this is awesome. Like, I'm 12 years old. I'm like, oh wow, I can finally get to see what ECW is all about. And yeah, it was a shit storm. It was a dumpster fire. The Extreme Expose, that was crap. Well, not necessarily crap. It was a good thing, but didn't it have strip poker, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, that's how Kelly and
The Extreme Expose or whatever.
yeah, and I'm trying to who the hell?
I believe it was Brooke Tessmarker.
Yeah, Brooke Tessmacher. I was trying to remember her
and
name.
Layla.
Yeah, I was trying to remember everybody. It was Brooke Tessmacher. I was trying to remember her name. All I could think of is like I think that she had Miss TNA title at one time. That's the only thing I could think of.
Yeah, she was the Knockouts champion,
Yeah.
I think. And then of course, you know, Layla was there too. So it was a pretty cool lineup. But then you had other guys like Kevin Thorne. He was pretty cool, I guess.
You know one thing, you know, they've had Michelle McCool come back for the Royal Rumbles in the past.
Yeah.
With Layla and her were a team. How come Layla's never returned?
Yeah, really. I've wondered that too, because we've always had Michelle McCool, but we haven't had Layla come back. You know what I mean? I guess because you're married to the Undertaker,
Yeah.
you kind of get the perks. I guess. I don't know. That's a good ass question.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess she left WWE on bad terms. I mean, that's I don't know. But yeah, like ECW that back then, I think the nail in the coffin for me was when Vince McMahon won the ECW title. But it gave us a walking meme in a gym that was just.
What,
Oh,
you
God.
wasn't a fan of Gangster McMahon with the
Oh God!
with the do-rag,
Hated it.
with the do-rag and everything. He thought he was such a badass with that shaved head and the do-rag.
Lo and behold, 13. Well, actually, 11 years later, Matt Cardona would do it with the GCW title.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was funny. I mean, looking back at it now, I'm like, man, that's hilarious. That was my PlayStation pick for the longest time. Was McMahon with a do rag. Hilarious. Holding the ECW title, and then Matt Cardona doing it. Like Matt Cardona now is gold. Ever since he left the WWE, he's gold. You know what I mean? His whole feud in GCW with the whole entire GCW universe is golden. Like this dude, like this is the type of stuff WWE should have done. They should have easily done that for him. This dude is a walking money. You know what I mean? I've always said that. I've said to my friends, this dude's gonna be a champion one day. He's gonna be a champion. He's gonna do good stuff. Now, the dude was in GCW World, right? Or the World of GCW. Did a rip-off Sandman entrance, which I still pop for that. Because I told you and I told Dan about that. I'm like, bruh, if he comes out with Enter Sandman, I'm going to lose my shit. He comes out. He didn't come with the crowd, which that would have been even more funny. But he did it.
I don't know if for safety, if he should go out in the crowd for an entrance. He might get.
Well, at least wear a mask. At least wear a mask.
No, I mean he might get punched.
Oh God. Well, yeah, you're in a Hammerstein ballroom. Of course, you're gonna get your ass kicked.
You know,
But,
he's got some heat.
He's got white heat. He's got white heat with GCW. Now he's a heel in Impact. He's a digital world champion. Like when he won that title, I'm like, man, this dude's gonna be awesome. I'm so happy he won the title. And now he's the NWA world champion.
Yeah.
He beat Trevor Murdoch.
Yeah,
of all people.
Which I'm happy because I didn't. Trevor Murdoch is like the NWA champion. Like, yeah, he's okay to be like a transitional, but I don't think he should be like a full-time champion.
Like that's the thing. Whenever he beat Nick Aldis for the title, I'm like, all right, really? Like I get why they did it because I mean, look at him. He's like the modern day Harley Race, and that's a great analogy. Like the dude looks.
Oh, he was trained. He was trained by Harley Race.
Exactly. He looks. He feels. He's got that classic '80s territory look. You know what I mean? Like he's got that Danhausen. No, not Danhausen. Stan Hansen. I'm about to say Danhausen. Why am I saying Danhausen? I'm an idiot. Yeah, exactly. Not him. Stan Hansen and Harley Race mixed together. And I like that. I like that he won the title. It's about time Trevor Murdoch won a title and hold it longer than a day or whatever. He held it for a while. He held it for, I believe, like, what was it, 4 months, 5 months?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, and Nick Aldis held the title for, like, ever. What felt like forever.
Yeah, that felt like 4 years.
he surpassed Roman Reigns' record. All right, Roman Reigns may have held the title 500 plus days, but Nick Aldis held that title for 3 years. Held the NWA title for 3 years. And that's longer than Walter, that's longer than Pete Dunne, and that's longer than both Brock Lesnar's title reigns.
Yeah, but you could say that the WWE title means more than the NWA title nowadays.
Clearly. Nowadays, absolutely. But, yeah, seeing Matt Cardona win it, like, that's cool. And then the gear he had on was inspired by Christian when he won the NWA title.
Yeah.
Back, many moons ago.
Yeah, like that.
Which, by the way,
Christian debuted
shout out to you.
Christian debuted in like 2000. I was just gonna say Christian debuted in like 2006 in TNA.
Oh, it was 2005. No, it was 2005.
Oh.
Yeah, it was 2005.
Okay.
No, it was 5. Because Team Canada was trying to, like, hey, we want you to join us. We want you to join us. Because obviously Christian's from freaking Canada, eh? So, sure enough, he joins, and then he's like, nope, screw this. I'm not being a part of that. And does his own thing. It's cool. But, yeah, I thought Matt winning that was pretty cool. It was awesome. So, yeah, anything. Oh, and then, by the way, rest in peace, Mickey J. As we found out before the show that former WCW, former WWE referee Mickey J has passed away. So rest in peace, Mickey. Rest in peace to you, man. Thank you for bringing us none but childhood memories from WCW to WWE. And even ECW at one point.
Yeah.
God damn, it's already almost 10 o'clock. Jesus Christ. But yeah, I almost had like a whole box of pizza too.
But yeah, that leaves that sadly leaves the last 2 remaining WCW referees as Nick Patrick and Charles Robinson are the only 2 left.
Actually, there's 3.
Who else?
There's 3 WCW referees. Billy Silverman.
Oh, Bill. Yeah. I forgot about Billy Silverman.
The reason why I say that because I have I'm friends with him on Facebook.
Oh, okay. And yeah, I looked it up. Yeah, you're right. 2005 was Christian Cage. I get it was in November, so I guess that's why I thought it was like 2006.
That's what I'm saying. It felt like it was 2006, but no. And then you remember that feud he had with Abyss?
Oh yeah.
That was crazy, man. But yeah, speaking of TNA, a huge thank you to Stagger Lee Crocker for letting me watch Raven Nevermore. That is a DVD that I can get my teeth sunk into. Raven had probably one of the best runs in TNA. That's just my opinion. The dude was awesome. But his theme song, man, his theme song hit.
Oh, yeah.
It fit the character. It fit him. It fit him.
Yeah, that theme song in TNA. Yeah, I really like that theme song.
But which one? There was 2 versions of it. We had the original one, and then there was the alternate one. It was basically the original one, but like different note or whatever.
Just the original, I guess.
Yeah, the original one is probably the better one. I call the other one the Clockwork one because that's when he started debuting the Clockwork, and he had like that little graphic, and then he had that theme song. So that was pretty good. And then at one point he brought back his what's the name of that song about the Offspring? Keep them separated.
Yeah, I gotta keep them separated.
Or whatever. Or separated. That's the name of the song. So you know, that one was pretty cool. I loved it. And, you know, we have this stuff. We're not going to say what is it from because, you know, we don't want to get copyrighted or we don't want Joey to say, oh, well, you guys are getting shadow banned. It's not happening. Get out of here. But, you know, Stagger Lee's the man for that. But yeah, see, it feels good. You know what? It's nice and quiet. It's nice and peaceful. That Dan the Man's not here tonight. You know, this should happen, you know, more often.
I'll just play. I'll just get an audio, one of our old shows. I'll play random clips of Daniel talking.
Oh God, may
No.
scare the viewers away. Oh, Betty, yeah, just put a blue dot on him, like Vince did to Christian. I want to do a Christian. So anyway, any news? Anything going on in the wrestling world that you want to bring up? You have the mic, sir.
I did hear one rumor, which would be exciting. There's a rumor going around right now that Stone Cold might be returning to WrestleMania to fight Kevin Owens. The Battle of the Stunners would be interesting.
That's weird. That's weird. Stone Cold versus I mean, yeah, on paper that would sound great, but Stone Cold's like almost 100 at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, Stone Cold Steve Austin, I'm gonna beat that damn fat son of a bitch, Kevin Owens. What?
But yeah,
I'm gonna whoop that son of a bitch's ass.
But yeah,
what?
From Brian Alvarez from Figure 4 Wrestling, Steve Austin versus Kevin Owens has been discussed for WrestleMania, which would be in Dallas. So there,
of course,
that would be, you know, a reason for him to come back.
And it'd be like a one-off type of thing where it's him. All right, well, I'm gonna just wear my jeans or wear my Daisy Dukes.
Hopefully, it would not be a thing like the Bret Hart versus McMahon WrestleMania match.
Oh God. Oh. I was so happy to see Bret Hart come back, and only for him to face Vince McMahon in that match, and like the god awful video package. Like, oh dear God. Like, yes, it was sad that he left the WWE. It was sad that Vince screwed Bret. It was sad that all this, and then they kept playing the song over and over again. I'm like, bro, what the hell is this? Like, oh God, it was so depressing. This is supposed to be a hype video, not to make your ass depressed. What the hell is this? Uh-oh.
Yeah, that was...
Stagger, you okay over there, bud?
I just muted my mic because I had to cough.
Oof.
But yeah, yeah, that was just depressing to watch, you know, Bret Hart in his state from the stroke and everything, trying to put on a match without doing a bump type deal, which is bad.
And sure enough, like he did that sharpshooter. Oof. That did not look good. But I mean, it was his first match back, so you can't really sit there and be like, okay, well, the man shit the bed, the man's rusty. Like, you can't really say that.
Yeah,
at the same time,
I really doubt that was his idea. I'd imagine that was Vince McMahon going, hey, we can make money at Mania. You want to do a match?
That's 12 years in the making.
Yeah.
Or like whatever it was. I think it was what, 13. Was it 13 years? No, it wasn't 13 years in the making. It was 7 years, if I'm not mistaken. No. I don't know. I know it was 2010. So, yeah, something like that. No, it was 13, I believe. I believe it was 13 years in the making.
I have no clue.
I don't know. I know it was. I'm gonna feel like an idiot. I'm gonna be an effing idiot. Cause I'm about ready to subtract. That was 7 years ago. No.
Okay.
I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, that happened in 97. Let's move on from that. Because we're going to be here all night wondering what the hell, you know.
Yeah, one of the other things came out is that Josh Alexander's TNA contract or Impact Wrestling contract has expired.
Really?
Which also means his visa is expired right now, so he can't wrestle in the U.S. But hopefully, somebody like AEW picks him up. They could do a whole that could be a whole interesting feud with fucking I just watched it. Ethan Page. I was just watching his YouTube channel today, so my mind was blanking on why I couldn't think of that. But yeah, that could be an interesting feud between the former tag team of Ethan Page and Josh Alexander.
The North.
Yeah.
I love that tag team, man. Back when I used to watch Impact, I still do to this day. Like, man, I don't think any better than the North, other than Motor City Machine Guns and like that tag team. Even whenever they had their indie run, you know, in the indies with Alpha One and Black Label Pro and all that.
I don't know if you're going to talk about Impact Wrestling tag teams. Well, let's talk about the early America's Most Wanted with the cap guns.
Oh God!
Have you seen that footage? The early stuff where they came out with like cap guns, shooting them off, bang 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 bang, and there would be like little sparks from the guns and with pops.
God, that was horrible. I'm so happy they had the handcuffs instead of the cap guns. Like, okay, obviously they're like cowboy cops. Like, all right, that makes more sense. Like, yeah. I would love to see an AMW reunion, but that would never happen.
Oh yeah.
And it has to be in NWA. I feel like it would have to be NWA or Impact. It can't be in Ring of Honor, and it damn sure can't be in AEW. That's just my opinion. Ooh. Oh man.
Yeah, that whole thing just reminds me of when James Storm turned down a WWE NXT contract to be with Impact. Like, that was the dumbest move from him.
And not only that, what is now AJ Styles' theme was actually considered to be James Storm's theme. Which, could you imagine that? Like, him coming out saying, sorry about your damn luck, and then they play AJ Styles' theme now? Like, man, I don't know. No, that'd be weird. That'd be pretty weird to see that. But
it was such transition from AJ Styles doing that, because to like people that might not have watched like ROH and like New Japan, the last time they had seen him was in TNA with the long hair, emo haircut with the emo
mom looking thing.
With the dark emo cowboy theme and all that, and and then all of a sudden,
say what you will, I love that era of AJ Styles. That era was awesome.
Oh yeah, I liked that time too. People can talk shit about that and the whole aces and eights and everything, but it was okay. There was still better than the current WWE product.
Yeah, especially now. Like AJ should be a champion by now. It doesn't matter if he was a U.S., Intercontinental. Like, he needs to be a champion.
Yeah, WWE isn't... TNA used AJ Styles the best so far.
I'm saying New Japan used AJ the best.
Yeah.
It's a strong tie between Impact or TNA, I should say.
But I was highly disappointed with how, like, WWE's used AJ Styles.
I think after 2018, that was it. I think after 2018, that was it. 2019, it was and then he got back with Gallows and Anderson and formed the OC, which I thought was stupid. Like, why you just call him the club? No, you gotta call him the OC. What the hell the OC stands for? Like, Orange County? Like, what? What's the OC? And then that match with Undertaker.
Original club, maybe. So stupid.
That's so... Well, just call themselves the club! Like, Jesus. Tama Tonga said it best this past Thursday night. What are y'all, like, some rip-off, knock-off Bullet Club that was terrible, reunion, whatever? Like, you know what I mean? I don't know, but... No surrender. Oh, my God. Oh, God, excuse me. Sorry about that. No Surrender is this Saturday. And be good to see Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows going up against God. Or Gorillas of Destiny, which is the team of Tamatonga and Tangaloa, and it's happening in New Orleans. And my buddies texting me like, "Hey man, you going? You going?" And I'm like, "Well, I didn't have any plans on going. I would love to go."
I'm not super up to date with Impact, so I thought that they were bringing back God from WWE. I challenge God! You know,
all right,
McMahon. You know.
We have to do a review of that, bro. God. That was a pay-per-view. You want to talk about a wild pay-per-view? That's a wild pay-per-view.
Oh, and I was watching. I was watching Something to Wrestle With, and that was filmed in an actual church, where he was doing the holy water and everything. That was an actual church.
That was legitimate.
And they got like
church.
they got really pissed off at him for the holy water segment.
Well, I guess I wonder why. You go to somebody's church and you do that to the freaking their holy water. I'd be pissed too. Like, why would you do that? Like, jeez. Vince McMahon in the Hall of Fame. Just saying. I'm surprised they're not even put in the Hall of Fame yet. I'm surprised. The way how it is nowadays, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he goes in the Hall of Fame. But I also heard that supposedly, this is a rumor, the first 2 DLC characters for the upcoming WWE 2K22 are going to be the Boogeyman and Umaga. Your first 2 DLC characters. What are your thoughts?
I'm excited. It's cool to see Umanga back. Or Umanga. Umanga.
Steven Regal.
Yeah, he just got.
Which, by the way,
Steven
he's
Regal
got virtual pro wrestlers.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that he just copyrighted, trademarked Lord Steven Regal and William Regal recently for merchandise. Appears.
That's cool. Well, we still got William Regal. He still has that name. So that was pretty cool. And to see his merch, some of his merch looks really cool. There's a blue shirt that I like. That I dig. So I don't know. I might get it. I don't know. I just got this new watch, so I kind of want to just lay low, not spend that much money. You know what I mean? Do what I gotta do. I'm actually want to get me a new mic instead of using these headsets. I want to get me a mic for here for doing my podcasting. Do our podcast, make our podcast look great. You know, this is our 5th episode now. Episode 5.
Yeah, episode 5.
We started this almost a month ago. And to everybody that has liked us, followed us, subscribed on our YouTube channel, which I don't even know how many subscribers we have on YouTube. I think it's last time I checked was 6. It could have went up. I don't know. But to those people who have done that, we appreciate you. As Joey is wearing the brand new Walk t-shirt, Walk for Life t-shirt. Head on over to, what's the name of that website again?
Yeah, I'll link it there because it's world dash of dash Kayfabe dash, it's too long.
Yeah, well, we got merch. We have merch. And Mr. Crocker over here, he's going to be putting that link in our video. And that's only going to be for for the YouTube page, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, it's posted right now. It's posted right now in the Facebook chat.
Oh, but there you go. He just dropped it in the Facebook chat. So it was also going to be on YouTube as well. You'll probably leave a link. Tell him with Joey. You can't tell him anything. That's why he's a producer and I'm just part of the show. Anyway, but yeah. Anything else you want to add? Is there anything else?
No, and an update on Christopher Daniels. With his match last year with the Young Bucks, he had that eye injury. And apparently the injury still isn't healed. He was on that show with Chris Van Vliet. On,
the podcast.
Yeah. And his eye, he's still having a bad hemorrhage in his eye, and it's just cosmetic now. So it looks like his eye is completely bloodshot all the time, basically.
I'm not gonna lie, the eye looks pretty cool. I don't know. I don't know if this is just a sick fucker in me, but
He says that it doesn't mess with his vision, so I say just use it as a gimmick. Use it all.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's a living, breathing Malachi Black. You know, he's doing what Malachi wish he could do. You know, Christopher Daniels actually legitimately have a bloodshot eye. He's literally one half of being 2D from the Gorillas. And that's a Gorillas joke if you don't understand. Anyway, if you don't understand that joke, you're too young. Anyway, but Christopher Daniels with that bloodshot eye, that could be a killer gimmick. I mean, just imagine if he comes back to AEW.
Yeah.
With the Fallen Angel gimmick.
Yeah.
Which I doubt that would happen.
But it would be so cool to see him return as the Fallen Angel because it's been so long.
Well, he came back to Impact with the Fallen Angel gimmick, but it was alright. It didn't get that big pop that it deserves. Because everybody loved the Fallen Angel gimmick. I loved it. I'm sure you loved it. I'm sure everyone else loved it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
But
and I have no clue. Is Impact still like recorded in like Canada?
No. They do shows all over now.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. I don't keep up with where they're traveling. Basically, I've just watched them and I didn't look up where it was. You know, type deal.
I know I'm an Impact insider, so I get all the shows on Impact on YouTube every Thursday.
Yeah.
So I watch all the shows, and then like they did a show in Fort Lauderdale, I believe it was either Fort Lauderdale or it was something like or somewhere in Florida. And then this Saturday they're gonna be doing No Surrender, and also like 2 Impact tapings in New Orleans or 1 Impact taping in New Orleans. So
yeah,
that's pretty cool. It's cool to see them back all over the road instead of just in one spot, you know? Because for the longest time, they did a show in Nashville. That was where they were doing the Empty Arena show was in Nashville.
Yeah, I can never keep track of all that stuff because they made so many changes in the past few years. With that time period that they were only recording in Canada because their parent company was in Canada and yeah.
Yeah, Anthem.
Yeah, Anthem.
Yeah, it's all over. I think they still with Anthem, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think they're still owned by Anthem.
I think, but it's not like they have the arrow plastered all over the place like they first did. Oh. I think now they're getting more freedom because they're on Access.
That was kind of bad when it first started with the logo.
Owl that.
Yeah, everything being an owl.
It's like, yeah, I'm cool with it, but that's too much, man. Ooh. You have to forgive me. I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning, so that's why I'm yawning like an idiot.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, this was absolutely, this was a good time. We need to have more episodes like this where we just talk about wrestling. We don't have to have a scripted episode, Daniel. We don't have to have one. Nice and quiet, it's nice and peaceful. I'm sure we got views, probably not, but hey, if we do, tell us that we suck. Tell us that Joey does shitty, layouts. Not really. He does some of the best layouts in the biz, Cliz. That's why he is our lead engineer and our executive producer. Thank you very much. But at the same time, tell us that we suck. Tell us that I look like an idiot. Tell us that Joey's shirt looks like a knockoff NWO. Which, by the way, there you go! Bam! Son of a bitch! Anyway, but yeah, tell us that we suck. If you like what you see, smash that like button. If you want to see more on YouTube, subscribe to us. Hit that bell. You don't want to miss anything of it. And of course, we're not leaving the show just yet. Got a little more stuff to talk about. But I just want to keep you guys on the loop. You know what I mean? But yeah, so more about WWE 2K22. revealing more people, and they did, I believe, Trish Stratus. They revealed her, and she looks all right. She looks pretty good. And then that's pretty much all I heard about 2K22, other than the Umaga and Boogeyman being the DLC. You know, in the future. Yeah, I just keep hearing good stuff about the game. Hopefully the game is great. If not, then I'm done with WWE. You know, I'm definitely gonna get the game. I think the game's gonna be great. I have high hopes for this game.
Yeah. The one thing I gotta say is if they screw this one up again, they're gonna kill their audience.
Oh yeah, 100%. I feel like 2K20. I think the sky's the limit after 2K20. I think after 2K20, I feel the sky's the limit. I feel like they can do nothing wrong. But I will say, I haven't heard anything yet other than last week. You know, obviously with the NWO for Life package, you're going to get Hollywood Hogan, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, and Six. But you're also going to get Eric Bischoff. You're going to get NWO Sold Out from 97. And you also get Bash at the Beach from 96, which I believe 96 Bash at the Beach was on a WWE game in the past. If memory serves correct.
Yeah, I have no clue. I would not be the one to ask about that.
Well, the one that would be asked is not here tonight, so. But yeah, I've lost my train of thought. Live podcasting. We're live, pal. That should be a thing right there. But yeah, man. And then we got, as a matter of fact, tomorrow, Pro Wrestling Crate will be unveiled. A brand new box will be announced, because I feel like this box is gonna be crap. As a matter of fact, this month's I'm gonna read it off to you, because normally I should have this ready for you, but naturally I don't. So this is today's our this month's Wrestle Crate will be. Are you ready for this? The Nasty Boys, Dude Love, Jerry the King Lawler, Dusty Rhodes, Road Warrior Animal, Doc Gallows, Hangman Adam Page, and Conan, and K-Dog.
Oh.
Could have got anybody else but K-Dog.
Have you heard the story about Conan calling up WWE to talk to Vince McMahon?
No.
Oh, okay, because this is from Bruce Pritchard. Conan, during WCW, he wanted to go over to WWE, so he calls up Bruce Pritchard and goes, "Hey, it's K-Dog! I need to talk to Vince." And he gets all offended because Bruce Pritchard didn't know what K-Dog was, who that was. He asked Conan to send him a tape of all his matches so they could check them out. So Conan got all pissed at WWF, so he never went there.
Oh boy, I don't think he would last in WWF, especially at the time with the Attitude Era. I think he could have lasted. I mean, obviously he would have fit well with Road Dogg and R-Truth, or K-Quick as he was.
Oh, did you hear?
Referred to.
Did you hear today that Road Dogg wants John Cena to credit him for helping start his career?
No.
Road Dogg claims that his gimmick as Road Dogg is, I guess, the gangster type guy. Whatever.
Oh, the basic thugonomics.
Yeah, that type of deal.
Dr. Thugonomics.
So he wants to claim that. No. Road Dogg's gimmick, the whole you didn't know, and that they'd rap occasionally and all that. He wanted to claim that he was the
the originator.
Yeah, the originator of the whole John Cena gimmick.
What? See, this is why Road Dogg is starting to become one of the most cringiest people you ever meet. Like I'm sure he's cool outside of the ring, but man, it's stuff like that makes you cringe. Like, who can forget his time in WWF when he did the whole country thing? You know, when he was actually the one that sang "With My Baby Tonight."
Well, it seems like every time he gets released from WWE that he wants to open up his big fat mouth about somebody.
on some oh Lord. Oh.
God, that just reminded me of the Voodoo Kin Mafia and TNA. God,
man, look, don't get me started with that. That was a terrible gimmick. Yeah, Jesus Christ, that was terrible. Like, their parody of making fun of DX was just... Yeah. God, that was horrible. That was horrible, man. Like, RKO, like, Rated RKO did it. They already did it at the time, and theirs was like 10 times better. So, this might be a short episode of the podcast, but, you know, I can see you're coughing up like nothing, and my throat hurts like hell. Well, at least my palate. I had pizza for supper. I had thin crust pizza, and I think one of them got my my palate, so my palate's burning up like crazy. Oh no. Ooh.
I'm exhausted.
But anyway, final thoughts. Final thoughts.
No, other than I think Matt Cardona is gonna do better as an NWA champ. That's all.
I think so. I think he's going to do good. I think
I'm excited. I'm excited to see how he does in the NWA.
Yeah, I at first I'm like, man, I don't know, him and NWA, it would feel weird, but man, he's doing really good. He brought in Mike Knox of all people. Like, holy crap, I didn't think Mike Knox would ever show up to a wrestling ring, period. You know, after his run in Impact. So, but yeah, I think he's going to do good. I can't wait to see what's next for him. I haven't been watching NWA because
I haven't either. I gave him a chance, like, around that NWA Hard Time show or whatever it was. But
that's what it was. It was Hard Times. You're right.
But I just kind of felt it's really they do it in one of those studio shows that just looks really small. It doesn't. Yeah. It just feels really confined and feels weird to watch.
Like, it's NWA. Yeah, only NWA can pull that off. Because, I mean, that's old school. It's territorial, whatever. But, come on, man. Oh! Stop yawning. But it's like, you know, they had that one arena. I forget where it was. Whenever they rebooted the show. And they brought out Into the Fire? I forget the pay-per-view, or it might have been something else. It was the one where Trevor Murdoch won the title. That arena.
What? I think that was the St. Louis one, but
I think so.
That's a hotel. They wouldn't be able to book that all the time.
Oh well.
Yeah, that's a hotel that has a little, that was a hotel, and they have a little, banquet room. That's what,
yeah.
But yeah, that's where they used to film Wrestling at the Chase back in the day.
That's what it was. I think it was called the Chase.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's the Chase Park, Regency Plaza or whatever.
Yeah, something like that. It was a hell of a nice... It was an upgrade, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, it's a nice hotel, and the look of it, its outside's really cool and everything. Cause I've been there before. I've never been to a wrestling show, but I've been in the thing to meet somebody that I was selling on the internet. I was selling a thing on Craigslist or radio, and the guy had me meet him at this hotel because he was out here for something.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. But I tell you what, I can't wait to see what's the future for NWA. I can't wait to see what Matt Cardona has planned up his sleeve. I think he's going to take over the wrestling world as we know it, you know. And then Chelsea Green, not that far behind him. She may beat Mickie James for the Knockout Women's Championship. I think she's going to do good as well.
Oh, did you? That just reminded me. Did you hear the restricted terms that they couldn't say for Mickie James on the Rumble?
What's that?
They couldn't say the word wrestling on Impact Wrestling. They could say Impact. Yeah. And they also couldn't say the word knockouts.
Yeah, they all they could say was Impact Women's Champion. They couldn't even say Impact Wrestling Knockouts Champion.
Yeah, that's why it's an Impact Women's Champion.
Not only that, like, they were so restricted on Mickie James. Like, basically, they treated her like a distant relative. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you're opening your forbidden door. Treat her like, oh, okay, well, she's a legend. Obviously, the woman's a legend. You know what I mean? But it was like, man, they at least they did her a little bit justice, better than Melina. You know what I mean? Where Melina didn't even last that long, much less Molly Holly.
Yeah, that wasn't good.
No, it was horrible. But at least the men's Royal Rumble was still a shit show. It was terrible. Anyway, but I'm excited. We got AEW Dynamite coming up this Wednesday night. We get to see the fallout from the lovely, whatever that venue was in New Jersey. I can't think of the name of it. But that original, I say original, the old WrestleMania arenas that they would do in New Jersey. The ballroom, that's what's called, the ballroom something. I don't know. I think it was a boat room. I don't know. I'm sound like an idiot.
Yeah, I don't know.
I forget the name of it. But it's in the boardwalk, I think. I don't know. I'm an idiot. I don't know. I don't know. But that's going to wrap it up, you guys. Like I said, it's just the two of us tonight. Dan was on a date with his wife. He deserves it. He needs time off, spend time with his family, spend time with his wife for Valentine's Day. And, of course, for anybody that was single, you get to hang out with us. Well, that's if you want to watch us anyway. You get to hang out with us, myself, and Stagger Lee Crocker. So, if you had a good time, say you had a good time. If not, tell us to be a bunch of pieces of shit. Well, guess what? Tell us that we're pieces of shit. But I will say this. Tonight was a great episode. I think. We had a good time. And, yeah, we can't wait to see you in the next video. So until then, mwah, good night, mwah, and goodbye. Bang! I think I messed up.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye. Mwah. And good night.